afternoon. My name is Natasha Diaz. Sally's Baking says tie-dye cakes are something that you should dazzle your guests with on any occasion. In her blog, Sally's Baking on June 27th, 2013. This is true. Cakes can be made in creative way for any type of occasion you have. Tie-dye cakes can dazzle any type of occasion, including like a last-minute party going on, or just something you want to make with your kids. As someone who bakes a lot of different types of dessert, I can say that this is one of the top creative and enjoyable cake you can make while having fun. Although this baking isn't a necessity in life, it's something nice to know, as I said, for last minute incidents, or like you buy a cake for a party that's in 2 hours and it's not made the way you wanted it, you can just do it yourself. In this presentation, you will learn how to make a tie-dye cake. First, I will demonstrate how to add all the ingredients together and mix them up and then separate them into bowls and color them. And then I will ask for my volunteers to pour them in a pattern into the cake, and then we're going to use a utensil, a stick, to make the tie-dye effect swirls. Let's start by going over the ingredients to make this process. After learning this trick, tie-dye cakes will come relatively easy to make over and over, though many people do dread the mess that comes with all the dishes and baking. The ingredients for this type of cake is easy to acquire and very affordable. You would need a cake mix box like this, and you will need some food coloring, which I have laid out in front of my volunteers already. And that will roughly cost you $5, and everything else you will need is 3 eggs, 1 cup of water, and half a cup of vegetable oil. So now I'm going to show you how to mix all the ingredients together and separate them. And I've already done that step. So basically I just added all the batter, added my 3 eggs, made sure no shells got in it, added the water, and added the vegetable oil. And when you mix for relatively 2 minutes, it should come out looking like this, which is good. And then you want to just put the spoon anywhere. You want to use this spoon, get a spoonful of it, and divide it into each. I usually let it run out a little so I can get at least an even amount in each bowl. And then as I go by and put them each more, if there's leftover, I will just put it in there. So what separating the bowls does is allow us to make colors individually, and so it doesn't get mixed up and stuff. So after this, I will hand it to each one to y'all, and you guys will mix your color into it, and I will also have a color to mix in case you guys get lost a little. Okay. As you can see, I did that, and there's still some left over. So what I just do is go through and add a little more to each. It does make a mess. Okay. So now I'm gonna give you your bowl. So the colors we will be making today is red, purple, green, yellow, blue, and I will be making orange. So what you want to do is put 3 drops of your color into your bowl. Purple and orange, we'll have to wait till our other users are done because we have to mix 2 different type of colors. So once you do your drops, you want to keep mixing until the batter is completely one color. And once you feel satisfied with your color, you just leave it alone. Typically, when it comes to tie-dye cakes, if you want to make a pastel one or a dark tie-dye one, it just depends on what you want, and that's how you'll base your colors off of. If you want them lighter or darker. As you can see, I already put 3 drops, it's already mixing, and my orange has already came out. So has the others. Red is a tricky one. It will come out looking pink no matter how much you put in, because the batter is white, so it will come out. So now that we've laid out the bowls, mixed the color, all of that, I am going to ask a volunteer to mix the colors into the pan. So which one of you guys would like to be the base? Me? All right, thank you. So what you want to do is, I'll come over here for you. What you want to do is pour a little bit into the center, just a decent amount. I'll tell you when. You can keep going. You want to pour about that much, and then it doesn't look like a lot right now, but as we add more colors, it will add on. So before I can move on to the next step, if you could just verbally repeat what I just said to you on how to pour it into there to the others, then we may move on.
Okay. So next it'll be the purple. So just add a little bit in the middle of it. And I'll tell you when to stop. That should be good.
Okay, thank you. Now, the rest of the colors may continue performing and pouring. And as it goes by person in person, you will see that the batter will start to even out throughout the rest of the pan. And it will start to form this rainbow effect that we want to perform this tie-dye. So after the last person, who is me, goes, we will just repeat the same step, and you can pour more into it this time, so the batter goes all the way throughout. Sometimes the color will leak into the others, but that's fine. So just pour more this time. Just keep going. Can you see how it's already performing the rainbow effect that we want?
Yeah.
Yes. And having a set pattern as you chose what pattern you wanted can also create different type of swirls look. Like if you would have chose a different one, it could have swirled a different way or had like a different tie-dye effect. It all just depends. So now I'm gonna pour just more, just the rest of mine. And then if y'all could go through and just pour the rest of it really quickly, and then I will show you the next step. That's good. Thanks. And after the last person goes, which is blue because I poured out all of mine already, we're going to start making the swirls, and I'm going to show you how to do that once the lid is finished up. Thank you. So now that you see that it has that rainbow effect that we were aiming for, all you want to do is take this is a cake pop stick, but you can use a toothpick or any form of stick, and what you do is you go from the center and you just swirl like that, and you just keep going. It does mix it, and if you get drops like I am over, it's okay, because it just, in the end, it helps out. So what you want to do is keep going through and making random swirls. With this, the center doesn't swirl, so what I always do is just start swirling it however, and then you end up getting this like weird tie-dye look. And once you're done with that, you will put it in the oven to bake at 350 and let it sit for 20 minutes in the oven, and then you take it out and let it cool for 10 minutes. And once you do that, you should have a tie-dye cake. So, amazing job, everyone. Thank you for helping. Give yourself a round of applause. Once you are done baking, after the 20 minutes, let it cool down. This is what your cake should look like. Now, I cut a slice into it to show you. This is what it looks like on top with the swirls. And then, once you take it apart, it has the tie-dye effect on the inside. It all swirls together. Now to reflect on what we learned was how to properly separate, color, and divide the colors into the pan. This is what the final product looked like. We showed that. Now that you have the knowledge on how to make a tie-dye cake, you can go home and show off to others your amazing skills. Go ahead, throw a party, and just bake a tie-dye cake for your guests. Thank you all for your help, and thank you for listening. Are there any questions?